One day, Tom, a Shakespeare rabbit fan, knew there's new museum opening in his town, the Museum of Macbeth. He was so excited to see the characters' museum place. As he's entering, all characters in the museum suddenly alive. They started to talk about their story. Tom was shocked. As the story continues, more hidden history gets revealed.
Ah, I'm alive again. Oh, hello, new man. I was a doctor back the period. There are many parts of me with Macbeth at the end, where he was going to be defeated.
When was the last time you saw her sleepwalking?
Since Macbeth went to war, I started to see her rise from her bed, walk around and move some stuff, then go back to sleep.
Shh, she's about to come. Eyes are open.
Yes, but they don't say things.
Why is she rubbing her hands?
She often does that. She looks like she was washing her hands. I've seen her do that before, for like 15 minutes.
While Lady Macbeth is feeling guilty about murdering Banquo, she is washing her bloody hands subconsciously because she wants to wash out her sin and guilt. This action also reflects the theme of everything you have done has a consequence come back to you. Karma.
Come out, you damn spot! Out! I command you! Nonsense, my lord! Nonsense! You are a soldier, and yet you are afraid? Why should we be scared? No one can lay the guilt on us. But who would have thought the old man would have so much blood?
She is confessing her own sin. Lady Macbeth didn't realize how serious it was at first. Her sleepwalking demonstrated a pathetic tone, and this action foreshadows Macbeth and Lady Macbeth's future. It is amazing that Shakespeare added it in the sleepwalking because it provides an audience an impressive way of confession.
Did you hear that?
No, my hand will be not clean anymore. None of that. Oh, I still smell the blood on my hand. Even the perfume can't make them smell better.
She shouldn't say that. Heaven knows what secret she's keeping.
Her heart is carrying a heavy weight.
The gentlewoman and the doctor start to realize the truth and shocked by what Lady Macbeth has done. Things start to get interesting.
Forget, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of his grave. Too bad, too bad.
People with guilt and deranged mind will confess their secrets to the pillow as they sleep. Now remove anything that she might hurt herself with, and I will put my eyes on her. I have an opinion, but I won't say it out loud. Good night.
Everyone get up. The English army is here, led by Malcolm and his uncle Seward. The good Macbeth. They're going to revenge the Duncan.
They are coming through the burning wood.
Only led by these three people?
Certainly not. I have a list of all the important men. Silver Sun is here, leading many young boys without beards by joining this battle.
What is our King Macbeth doing?
He's strengthening heavy defenses in his castle. We don't know too much details, but one thing is certain that he is out of control.
Now Macbeth feels consequence of his killing. Malcolm will punish him for his betrayal. We don't mind fight Macbeth because we are the loyal soldiers for him. Even he is guilty, we will still need to be faithful to him. Now he seems like a dog king trying to wear the clothes of a giant.
No one should blame him for his behavior. when he condemned himself for everything he's done.
Well, let's keep moving and give our loyalty to Macbeth. We're going to fight with Malcolm, and the doctor will cure our sick country. Now we need to pour out our blood to help him.
Our blood will be poured for this realm. Let's proceed our movement to the burn and mood. Treachery and loyalty choice is just between their thoughts. Macbeth should be loyalty to Duncan, but Macbeth choose treachery. The soldiers should be treachery to Macbeth, but they choose loyalty. This sounds irony that although Macbeth killed Duncan, the loyalty soldier of Duncan became faithful to Macbeth. What a pathetic age. In Elizabeth's era, the soldiers swore that they will be loyal to the king forever. But they need to be loyal to the cause, not personal, not just for Duncan. They can't even revenge for their good king, Duncan. They have no idea that in the future, people are easy to change their camp, which is called in a new way, job hopping.
Until Bernard Wood gets up and moves to Duncan, I won't be affected by fear. No man would, born from a woman, will ever defeat me.
Macbeth, from the beginning to the end, is always burying the idea of him cannot be harmed by the man born from woman. This is not only sexist to women, but also a representative of his eagerness to be on the top of everyone and arrogant to other people. This character of him, compared to Duncan, reflects the theme of kingship versus tyranny. Kingship is built up on the support of people like Duncan, who loved his people and plays policy that benefit his people. While tyranny is about fighting the people to let them obey the tyrant's order, and the tyrant himself is always drawn in avoid ignorance.
How is my wife, doctor?
She's not sick, my lord, but she's troubled with endless visions that keep her from sleeping.
Oh, I know this part. It's when Lady Macbeth have trouble with sleep, but it's actually where her guilt is hurting her. All of the people she killed come back as monster guilt, try to swallow her. Lady Macbeth was deep trapped with her guilt. The blood on her hands, the smell of blood that even all perfumes of Arabia couldn't cover the smell. Here shows that her guilt is something that there's no redemption for her as an option. As the saying, what you do now will come back to you in the future.
Cure her of that. Can't you treat a diseased mind? Take away her memory of sorrow. Use some drug to erase the troubling thoughts from her brains and ease her heart.
For that kind of relief, the patient must heal herself.
Medicine is for dogs. I won't have anything to do with it. Doctor, the things are running away from me. Can you figure out what's wrong with my country? If you can diagnose its disease by examining the urine and bring it back to Earth, I will praise you to the ends of the earth, where the sounds will echo back so you can hear the applause again. What drug would purge the English from the country? Have you heard of any?
God! Macbeth looked for help from a doctor? I cannot believe this. How big the despair is to make a king ask for a cure from a doctor to help with his country. Lady Macbeth's ill is also Macbeth, and a metaphor their kingdoms too. What the doctor's role here is extremely important, and Macbeth gave all his hope to those staying from the riches. The corrupted power of unchecked ambition is one of the themes that are revealed in this story. Macbeth's big ambition was so strong, Lady Macbeth also supported him, helped him. The decision was without deep thinking, eventually fallen. The war he's facing is like the payback he has to pay out.
Yes, my good lord, your preparation for war sounds like something.
Important the comparison between Macbeth and Lady Macbeth's role, and he became frantic, boastful madness at the end. The soldier once described him as a tyrant. Lady Macbeth, on the other hand, she was a muscular part in this action at the beginning. She spurs Macbeth to kill the king and become the king himself, questioning Macbeth's manhood and wishing herself could be unsexed. And her action perfectly proved that the woman is also could be muscular and cruelly as man does, but she is less capable of withstanding the repercussion of her immoral acts. What comes to my mind is nowadays society, the woman's self-worth is greater than men. More jobs provided for women compared to the old times. The women's rights was gained back by women themselves, and the status of women is increasing throughout the year in every year.
They have me tied to a stake. I can't run away. I have to stand and fight like a bear.
The noise is from over there. Show your face, tyrant!
Why should I commit suicide like one of those ancient Romans? As long as I see enemies of mine alive, I would rather see my sword wound them than me.
Turn around, you dog from the hell. Turn around. I have nothing to say to you. My sword will talk for me. You are too evil to say.
You're wasting your time trying to rule me. You might as well try to step the airways your rule. Go find someone who can be hung. I led a charmed life, which can be ended by anyone born from a woman.
You can forget about your charm. The evil spirit you serve can tell you that I was not born. They cut me out of my mother's womb before she could bear me naturally.
Curse you for telling me this. You will frighten away my courage. I won't fight you.
Then surrender, coward, and we will put you in a fake show.
I'm not going to surrender and have to kiss the ground in front of Malcolm or be taught by the common people. I'll fight to the end. I'll put my shout and battle you.
KO!
Hell, King, because that's what you are now. Look, here I have Macbeth's cursed head. We are free from his tyranny. Hell, King of Scotland!
He even scared the messenger to hang him alive and starve to death in scene 5, page 3. This is a positive feedback loop of the tyrant scaring his people, and the people become more negative, on the contrary of the tyrant's will. Then the tyrant will also scare them again. Such an unhealthy relationship can still be seen now in novelist society like Syria, where Bashar al-Assad scared his people, while his people become more negative instead and stand up to against him. Just like Macbeth, this tyrant's eagerness is void. Eventually, even Macbeth paid his soldier to fight for him. The will of majority is for the kingship represented by Malcolm. The son of good King Duncan, in Act 1, Scene 7, the violence of our students will come back to plague us, our teachers. On the other side, a good king like Duncan will teach his son to be a good king, so that his son represented the kingship, and eventually the kingship defeated the tyranny.